Okay, on this video, we try to learn how to make S-curve in Excel. Okay guys, in this example, we have the example of costs for the construction project with the total quantity for the cost is 25 million. In order to make a S-curve, we must make a percentage first. First, we must make the percentage like this equation, equal cost divided with total cost. And then don't forget to press F4 or F and F4 in your keyboard to make a dollar symbol over here. The function of this dollar symbol to make our formula will not move to another cell. Okay, for example like this one, we get the percentage. If your calculation in decimal, you can change the number with click the percentage style over here and then increase decimal here, increase to number after comma. After you make the percentage, you can drag until this point, and if there is a zero number, you can delete directly here, like this one, like the example that I given to you. After that, don't forget to summarize with press equal sum, and then you press percentage from the top until the bottom, and then you can press enter. In this point, you can get the number 100%. So the percentage should be 100% to make sure the total of cost is equal 100%. Now we go to the step how to make S-curve. In order to make S-curve, we have to make additional worksheet over here, and then we try to change the name with S-curve. After that, we can go back to the cost and block the data like this one. Press Ctrl C, Ctrl copy, and then you press over here Ctrl V, or paste. You can use paste or Ctrl C and Ctrl V. After that, you can hide the tables like this one. Press from C until F, right click, and then you click hide. You only need percentage on this point. Now, when you want to make S-curve, you must to understand to determine the long of the duration. For example, in this case, I determine the duration will be in 8 weeks. So I press 1, 2 until 8, and then I make a table. And then I giving the color. I giving the color first. And then don't forget to merge in the top of the table. And then you giving the name week. It will show whether your project in week 1, week 2, week 3, or so on. And then don't forget to giving the color and put the title. You can also merge this cell like this one, to make the table will equal same, and have the good title in the top of the table. After that, you can arrange the number in the middle like this one, and then in order to make a schedule, you must make the table like this step, block all the data on this on the table, click conditional formatting, new rule, format only cell that contain, and then you change the greater than, you press 0. Let me show you what actually I want to do. In this step, I want to make all the table that I already blocked. If the cell contain value that greater than 0, I want to change the color fill, and then orange. For example, I choose orange, click OK. I want if the cell contain the number greater than 0, the cell will change the color into orange, and then you click OK. Now in this point, if I giving the number 1, it automatically change the color into orange. If I delete, it's automatically erase the color. So this is a very useful step if you want to make a bar chart schedule, because in commonly people using the method with giving the color in fill color. And then they will fill the table with the percentage over here. It will be twice step, right? So in order to make it fast, I giving this conditional formatting. Now, in order to make a schedule, we must to understand, yeah, when actually the land clearing is started, yeah. So logically, when we start the project, land clearing should be in the very first week, yeah. So I will make the equal like this one, and then go to the percentage, and then enter. It will automatically fill the percentage in week 1 and automatically change the color. So by this kind of table, we get the information that land clearing will start in week 1, yeah, with the percentage 3.56. Now, imagine if we have the percentage that more higher, of course, the duration will be more longer, yeah. Logically, when the percentage is big, of course, the project quantity, or for example, the quantity of the working item is so really big, yeah. So that's why the percentage will be so big. Or in the second scenario, the unit price of this item is high. If the unit price of this item working is high, logically, the project or the activity will so really hard to do and need a long period of time. So in this scenario, I will make the stacking out of our bow plan will deliver in 2 weeks. So I will make equal, go to the percentage, divided with 2. It automatically will divide it like this one, yeah. Don't forget to change all the number into percentage and increase the decimal to after comma. And then I will make equal again in the second week and go to the data in first week and then enter. So the total will be equal to 6.1, same like the percentage in the contract. And then warehouse, for example, I make it 2 week also. For example, yeah, this is only the example, like this one. Okay, now go to the next activity, soil excavation, yeah. Soil excavation, logically, we must do after we make a stacking out or bow plan. So impossible if we put this soil excavation in first week, or we put in 5 weeks, for example, because it will take so long, yeah. So we have to make sure that soil excavation should be scheduled near with the activity that should be done first, yeah, that we call is stacking out or bow plan, yeah. So you can put in week 2 or in week 3, yeah, it's up to you, depend on what actually you want to make a schedule, yeah. In my example, I will make it in week 2, yeah. I will divide it with 4 days, 4 week, for example, and then I must fill with 4 week, yeah, because I divided with 4. If you divide it with 3, you must divide it into 3 weeks, yeah. Soil embankment, for example, in this week, for example, yeah, this is only the example. And then stone foundation, for example, I make it 5 week, for example. Okay, or you can drag like this one. And sand fill, for example, I will put it into days, 2 weeks, for example, yeah, this is only example. After that, you can go to this column, make equal sum, open and then you choose all the data like this one, enter, and then you drag until the end, yeah. And then you make cumulative progress plan, yeah. This is progress plan. This is the formula you put over here, 8.59, and then go to the next week. For this type, for this cell, have the special formula, yeah. Click equal, click in week 1 plus the week progress in week 2. So it will be 16.58, and then you can drag until the end. You have to make sure in the end the progress should be 100%, yeah. If your progress is not 100%, for example, lower than 100%, maybe you forget to fill one of the table, yeah. For example, in this stone foundation, I divided with 5, but unfortunately I lost and I forget to fill only for week. So the formula or the summarize is not 100%. Yeah. So you have to check one by one which table that's still not filled with the schedule, right? So this is what actually you have to do. You have to make sure 100%. So what does it mean? Yeah, in week 1, yeah, normally if we can complete all 3 activities based on the schedule, we will get the progress 8%. In the week 2, accumulative from activities taking out, warehouse, and also soil excavation, we get the progress 8%. In this row, we get the information that the progress will accumulate between week 1 and week 2, we get 16. So if the progress is like what actually we plan, the week 2, we should get the progress 16%. Yeah, that's actually what does it mean. So how to make it S-curve? Yeah. To make S-curve, yeah, you can make a table like this one, and then you block the data like this one. Click insert, click over here to the line, and then you choose line with markers. Okay, we already get the S-curve. In order to put in the table, yeah, you can delete the data over here, information in axis like this one, the title and the line. Okay, you make it empty. After that, you click the graphic. Yeah, don't forget to click outside the box. If you click inside, there will be 2 boxes that on. Yeah, so you must choose outside, right click, format chart area, click fill, no fill, click border, no line. Then you can close it, and then you can put this S-curve into the table. But the problem is when I put the graphic into the table, yeah, I cannot go up. Yeah, so in order to make it happen, you can insert the table like this one, and then you can put the graphic over here, put over here. Yeah, in the lowest should be over here, and the top should be over here. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I still have one more number. Yeah, I need 0%. Yeah. Okay, sorry. So I will choose the data like this one. Okay. So in order to make the graphic, this is the graphic. Okay, the position of the graphic in the bottom should be in line with the last item. Yeah. And the top should be in the top of the item, working item. Yeah. So what does it mean? Yeah, S-curve mean in the very low, in the very bottom, it represent the progress 0%. In the top, represent 100%. So if your project in this point, for example, yeah, we in 43% progress plan. Yeah. Okay, that's actually how to make S-curve. In next video, we will learn how to make planning S-curve and realization S-curve combined in one scheduling. Okay, see you in the next video. Thank you.